All right, I think we are good to go. Everything's looking good. Everything's looking fly. What's going on, everybody? My name is the Black Link, and we are back once again. Week 2, baby. You thought it wasn't gonna happen, didn't you? You thought, oh, our boy TVL got 1 week of streaming in. That's it. He's about to tap out. He's about to tap out like this fight was done before it began. Nah, baby. I'm coming back like Rocky 3. You're not going to keep me down. At least for another few days. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday to you. Hopefully your Monday isn't treating you too poorly. And if it is, well, maybe I can distract you for at least a little while. Make things a little bit better. I'm doing pretty well, back here on a game that is very near and dear to my heart. Tom Clancy's The Division 2. One of my absolute favorites. My absolute favorites here. I've been playing a lot of it over the last, basically on my free time over the last week. I've jumped from re-rolling tunes and running characters in Skyrim to back to being on The Division 2 and jamming out in some of that content, getting some of the new stuff. Farming up that old loot goblin, which reminds me, I need to go body the loot goblin. And I gotta say, man, does this game hold up? When I'm looking for just something that I can sit down, farm, play like an RPG, make builds, and just have fun, The Division holds it down. And right on cue, here's the man himself. By the way, today's the last day you can farm the Loot Goblin if you're somebody who plays Division 2. Our own little variant of Santa Claus. He spawns in a couple different places across the map, and he drops some specific named gear that you can only get from him. Like this chill out here, very, very good named piece. It's kind of like a bit of improvised gear in that you can put 2 mods on it rather than just 1. But it also still comes with the Gila Guard benefits of the 5% total armor for 1 piece, 10% health for 2, and 1% armor regen for 3 pieces of Gila Guard armor on. It's very, very good. I would definitely recommend. Within the next, I think he's going away in like 12 hours because there's supposed to be an update or something coming tomorrow. So you should probably, if you're somebody who's playing Division 2, you should probably hop on and farm that boy so you can at least get yourself one of those. He's got 3 named pieces of gear that he can drop. That chill out mask, the Slayer, which is a festive Tommy gun that shoots out snowballs, and the Sleipnir, I think, which is no, he doesn't have Sleipnir right now. My apologies. He's got a new marksman rifle that has like a bunch of holiday stuff on it. I don't know. He's goofy. Pretty easy to farm. Once you've found a specific spot where he's popping up, you can basically just log out of the game, log right back in, and keep loading up into that spot, and he'll generally just keep spawning there. Here we go, the Slayer. This is what I was thinking of. Decent little SMG shoots snowballs out. There's a few places across the map that he can spawn. I generally find him here at Jefferson Trade Center. So you just load up Jefferson Trade Center, and he'll spawn in one of 3 locations. When you pop in, he'll either pop up from this manhole, the one you saw him pop up in a few seconds ago, or in this hallway down here. So, when you spawn in, you just look this way, run forward. If you don't see somebody climbing out over here, it's very likely he's climbing out of this one, and if you don't see him there, just look over there. If you've got game audio turned up, it's pretty easy to hear him when he pops up. Dude talks mad trash. And generally, once you've gotten him to spawn there once, which I find he usually does, you can just log out, log back in. The man will just continually pop up. By the way, for any of you Guardians out there, you Destiny heads who have never played Division 2, if you're somebody who's a fan of the build making in Destiny and how Bungie's been rolling heavier into that, you would love the Division 2. Well, as long as you don't hate third-person shooters. If you hate third-person shooters, the incredible build crafting in this game isn't going to save you. This is an incredible RPG. It's a lot of fun to play, and I love it very dearly. Chill, that's a decent one. Yo, Sliverwin, what's up, brother? Sydney, my man, what's up, dude? Yo, Jubei, Shadebinder, one of my favorite classes. Still, you know, I find with all the crazy builds I make in Destiny, I'm still going back to Stasis. Will one of your streams be Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak? Yeah, absolutely. I love that game. You have to give me a little bit of time to jump back into it and reacquaint myself with the controls. It's been like a month or two since I last went on some big hunts. But you know, Monster Hunter's like a bicycle. You hop back on it and suddenly you're switchblading or switch-axing with the rest of them. See if I can get some decent rolls from this man. There we go. Darn near perfect Slayer. Yo, ACH Plays, what's up? Good to see ya. Do you have to run to your home base and pull armor and weapons out of a vault? Yes. Well, technically. But the thing is, your vault isn't in one home place, Sydney. Anywhere there's a safe house in this game, and I'll show you what that is. Like, anywhere where there's a safe house, you can interact with your vault. Like, technically, home base is up here at the White House. But any safe house along the map. Shoot, here, 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 here. Any of those places, you can interact with your vault. There are a ton of them. And you can fast travel literally everywhere in this game. So it's not like, I mean, like you see, I'm fast traveling over to a mission. So this game doesn't have quite the lengthy loading screens that Destiny does. Just a entirely different game setup. Not bad. I've been getting a bunch of Resolute MK47s, and it just makes me mad because they look like the Carbine, and the Carbine is infinitely better. Yo, Tomahawk, good to see ya. Don't know if you talked about it yet, but what are your thoughts on Heartland? I want to know more about it. It's supposed to be dropping later this year, but like, have they even shown off gameplay for it yet? Is it a sequel? Is it like a massive expansion? What's going on with it? I'm excited for it. I love The Division. I've been a huge fan of Division ever since Division 1. I'm one of those guys who jumped on Division 1 when it first dropped and stuck around for that first year of super dry content droughts and made it to the revolution that was basically Division 2.0. There we go. Here's the marksman rifle. Only at night with twinkling lights can you fill their heads with festive might. I like this game. I like this game's devs. Haven't played since Division 1. What's your advice on getting back into the game? Honestly, with as much content as in it as what's in it right now, if you can pick up the game and all the DLC on sale, which it very often is, I would say it gives you a level 30 boost. So if you don't want to go through like the initial story and the initial grind of life leveling up to 70, you can jump to that and maybe hop over to New York and start farming up stuff there. Literally, I would say get in, start working on any of the basic builds you can find in the game. I've actually got a couple up on my YouTube channel if you want to watch some of them. They're very easy to get. Division 2 did some really interesting stuff when it came to the way it handles loot. Of course, you know, there's different bits of armor, there's different gear sets and all that kind of good stuff. And what they added in about a year, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, is the target loot system. Come out here, press up on the D-pad. It'll show you what bits of loot are dropping from what areas and what missions on any particular day. This is phenomenal because it allows you to farm up whatever particular gear you're looking for. Like you can see over here in the middle section of the map where the White House is. The icon here is pistols. So if you're looking for a specific handgun, You just run content in this central area. You go do checkpoints, you run this main mission, you run these control points. Anything in this main area is going to drop you pistols. If you're looking for Foundry Bulwark specific bits of gear, you can just run this mission over and over and over again, and it'll be weighted towards dropping that particular gear. Now, about a year or so ago, they made this targeted loot system even better for solo players with the Summit. This is a self-contained mission that you can run infinitely. It's basically a tower climbing sort of thing where you start on floor 1 and you're working your way up towards skyscraper floor 100. And with this, you can actually select the targeted loot that you want to drop in that activity. This is what I'd absolutely recommend for any players who are new to, or maybe coming back to the Division 2. Go through the story. It's great. Beat that. Go through Warlords of New York. Beat that. By the time you've beaten the story, you should have a decent setup for at least challenging level difficulty. Hop into the Summit. Pick whatever loot you're trying to get. If you're trying to get a specific gear set, you can select whatever gear set you want to be focus dropped there. You can select whatever brand set you want to be dropped there, whatever weapon types you want to be dropped there. So if you're looking for specific named gear, go through all of that until you set yourself up a build. Again, I've got a couple builds on my channel that actually still work, even though they're like a year and a half old. Who knows? I've been playing so much Division, I might start making video content for it, talking about the builds that I'm using right now. And then get that together. Once you've gotten a decent build together and you can jump up to heroic level content, that's when things change up a little bit. Instead of recommending the Summit, you can still run it if you're a solo player looking for a more casual grind, but then that's when you want to start jumping into Countdown, which was the new game mode they added last year, I want to say, maybe the year before last year. But Countdown is now, bar none, the best place to farm out gear. You get so many drops in Countdown, it's absolutely ridiculous. But you might say, TBL, well, I mean, if I'm getting so many drops from Countdown, why don't I just jump into Countdown when I finish when I finish the story? Because, my young ward, you will get those cheeks clapped. Maybe I'll run a little bit of Countdown and show it off here. The enemy density in Countdown is huge. It's filled to the brim with the highest difficulty enemies in the game. You can run it on lower difficulties, and that's what you should do if you're still struggling with challenging mode and stuff like that. But like, they throw hunters at you in there. You die easy in Countdown. And so I find it generally to be better if you've geared yourself up a little bit before you hop into Countdown. All right, we got to finish up Downtown East. I've only got a few hours left. I literally started, just to tell you how much I've been playing Division 2 over the past couple of days. I started playing again maybe last Thursday, and I'm already Season Pass rank 25 and almost done with the Manhunt. By the way, the season ends in 14 hours, so your boy, this is my day off. I've got today off, so I am going to be grinding my butt off on this game and attempting to get as many Season Pass levels in the next 14 hours before this season ends. But yeah, that's what I'd recommend. If you're a returning player, if you can pick up Warlords of New York in the base game on discount, again, it's usually on sale all the time. I think the last time it was on sale on Steam for like $9. I would absolutely recommend it to anybody out there who likes third-person shooters, who likes RPGs, who likes looters. This is a good game. Get out there, pick it up, finish the story, go run some Summit, go run some Countdown. And before you know it, you'll have some loadout sections looking like mine, where you're just filled to the brim with all that good. But as for a decent base loadout, one that's really simple to make, Heartbreaker. This is a gear set that was added in a year or so ago, and it immediately shot to the top of the usage charts because of just how powerful it is. Now, if you're new to the Division, the way gear sets basically work is the armor that you can get. Like, you can get, as you see, 6 bits of armor here. You can get a mask, chest piece, sidearm holster, a backpack, gloves, and knee pads. And as you start to level up through the game, you'll notice that some of the bits of armor that you're getting belong to specific brand sets. And the more of that particular brand you have on, the better the benefits you get from that gear. You see here, This particular brand is Gila Guard. When you've got one piece of Gila Guard armor on, you get 5% total armor. If you got two pieces of it on, you get 10% health. If you got three pieces of it on, you get an additional 1% armor regen. Now, different brand sets also have different core attributes tied to them. Gila Guard is all about buffing up your armor. That's why you see there its core attribute is 170,000 armor. And then your lesser attributes at the bottom are basically randomly rolled for everything except named gear and exotics. For me, I'm rolling this Chillhop with 170k armor, maxed out stats on that. By the way, these attributes are a little bit RNG. You can get them with different stats. You see here, I got one of the same piece of gear, 139,000 armor and 5% crit chance. So as you level up, the goal is to basically get it as close to perfect as you can. This would be considered a perfect piece of gear. But I'm rolling this with 170k armor, 6% crit chance, and then again, the special thing about this piece of gear, it's only available for like until reset tomorrow. But it has it has two mod slots on it. Usually armor only has one mod slot on it, so you can kind of double up on some of your benefits there. But green gear you see here, this is a gear set piece. It's basically a brand, it's basically a piece of armor that has an enhanced brand piece on it, rather than just the basic 3-point benefit you can get for having 3 bits of gears of a particular gear set on. Having 4 bits on is going to give you major benefits. So one bit that I would definitely recommend going for if you're a newer player to Division 2, definitely Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker it's not the best in the game anymore. It used to be. It used to be straight up busted. The damage bonus you got on it was ridiculous, as is the survivability. But even though it's been nerfed a little bit, it's still top tier for easy survivability with great damage. The reason for that is in the gear set's ability. When you've got 2 pieces of it on, you get plus 15% assault rifle damage, plus 15% LMG damage, and when you've got 3 pieces on, you get an additional plus 15% weapon handling. With 4 pieces, you activate Heartstopper, where headshots will apply pulse to targets for 5 seconds. Pulse does all kinds of things in the game. It basically highlights targets, shows their weaknesses, sometimes it weakens them, and allows you to deal more damage to those targets. Also, weapon hits on pulsed enemies. So after you've pulsed an enemy, they'll show up as highlighted. When you land weapon hits on those pulsed enemies, you're going to add a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% bonus damage to those pulsed enemies, up to a maximum of 50 stacks. So you're going to get bonus armor for every shot you land on an enemy who's been hit by a pulse, and you're going to be dealing stacking damage to enemies who've been hit by a pulse. And then, of course, 2 stacks are going to be lost each second. So as you're landing shots, let me head down to the shooting range. I'll actually show you exactly how this works. It's actually pretty awesome. So long as you're landing shots on an enemy who's been hit by a pulse, you're going to be giving yourself extra health, and you're going to be dealing progressively more and more damage against those targets who've been pulsed. And so, see how you just highlight and turn yellow? That's because I pulsed this enemy. I'll show you how I do that a little bit later. But as you're landing shots, you see how my armor gauge is turning blue and getting longer and longer, like it's been hit with that magical blue Superman pill? Yeah, Heartbreaker does that. And armor in this game is incredibly important to your survivability, especially when you're running heroic level content, which is basically all I run, outside of legendary stuff and raids. That is directly attributable to your survivability. And as you're continually landing shots, you're also going to be dealing way more damage to those targets. If you were paying attention to those damage numbers, you saw them jump up from like the mid 300,000 to 400,000s to over 584,000 on body shots alone, which is a massive increase in damage. On headshots, it was getting up into the 8s. You can push this way further. I've got a build that runs, I think, hits for about 1.1 million per headshot when a Heartbreaker really gets going. But I swapped off of that to get a little bit more armor at the cost of that damage, but it helps you survive in high level content a lot better. So basically, and that's all you got to do. As long as you're landing shots against enemies, your armor is just continuously going up. I won't say it makes you unkillable, because there are some enemies who just deal so much damage to you in heroic that they shred your shields, but it's pretty darn hard for them to kill you. Like, pretty darn hard for them to kill you. So if you're a new player, I definitely recommend farming up Heartbreaker. You're going to want to get a nice mix of armor core attribute, and definitely critical hit chance and critical hit damage for your secondary attributes on as much of the gear as you can. That's basically what I got here. You can see most of my pieces. I've got five armor boosts on with the core attribute, and then 1 weapon damage boost. Gives you a nice mixture of armor and survivability. It's really actually phenomenal. And still works, even after the nerf. Weapon-wise, I like Scorpio because it deals big damage and causes basically every status effect in the game to hit on your enemies. Also helps you build up those Heartbreaker stacks really quickly. Normally, if you're shooting a regular weapon, you gotta empty a mag into an enemy before they really stack up. But if you're using a shotgun, because each pellet hit causes a Heartbreaker to activate, you build up pretty quickly. You don't want to use Scorpio. A better option for Heartbreaker is generally the ACS-12, basically, AA-12, big rapid-fire shotgun. With this, you can put a target light on it so that every enemy you aim at gets pulsed automatically. And with that, you build up these stacks so quickly. Makes it really easy to set up Heartbreaker. Let me show you how quickly it builds up. Gotta get out of combat. Hey, Shiloh, good morning to you, girl. How you doing today? Tomahawk says Heartland is supposed to be a distraction looter shooter like EOT. Yeah, I saw. It's extraction, not distraction. But I want to know more about it. Like, I want to see more stuff from the Division in general. I've loved the first 2 games. Let me go ahead and let my Heartbreaker empty out so I can show you just how quickly this particular shotgun fills it up. We've got a linked laser pointer on. What this does is whenever you aim at an enemy, that enemy immediately becomes pulsed. So all I gotta do is aim. You see them turn yellow. That means they're pulsed. Watch how quickly my armor builds up. Didn't even take a full magazine to have double my normal armor, and you saw my damage ramping up there too. And the scaling of the target I'm shooting at is it's set to veteran named enemy. That's literally the strongest enemy type in the game. Like, this would be me running into a boss out in the world. This is how quickly I'd shred that boss once I'm maxed out on Heartbreaker. Definitely a good set. Would absolutely recommend for any player coming back or any player who hasn't had or played it before. Does Div 1-2 crossplay with folks on Steam? I'm actually not sure about that. They did add crossplay into the game, but I don't know if Ubi Connect crossplays with Steam. I would assume it does, because when you buy this on Steam, it still connects you to Ubi Connect. So I'd assume it actually does crossplay. If anybody knows to the contrary, please let me know. Let your boy know. Let's finish this up. Gotta go to Downtown East. Here. Alright, so we gotta finish up some control points. Start with that one. Yo, Sharkman, what's up? Says you using Heartbreaker? Yes, sir. I generally bounce when I'm actually rocking gear sets. I bounce between Umbra and Heartbreaker. Umbra technically can provide better DPS with virtually the same survivability. It's actually super good. But Heartbreaker is just so easy to work with. Hold on, let me move my chair up. Ooh, there we go. Oh, that's so much better. When you adjust your seating for Lazy Man's. Are you gonna stream the trailer tomorrow? I might. If I happen to start my stream after they put it out, maybe we'll just have a stream and talk about it. Is this game still fun to play? I stopped playing this game about a year ago. Yeah, they've been consistently adding content in. Between Countdown and the new gear sets and seasonal stuff they've been adding in, yeah, I'd say Division still fun to play. I just jumped back on it last Thursday and have been playing it non-stop ever since. I enjoy it. He noticed me. Easy money. Then again, you know me. I'm a big fan of RPGs. And The Division, it's interesting. I've described it like this before. Whereas Destiny is a shooter with RPG elements, Division is an RPG with shooter elements. I like that. The build crafting in Division is my favorite aspect of the game. So every now and again, I hop on, see what new gear sets, new armor sets, new brand sets they've got in. Making a bunch of new builds. May need to pick it up on Xbox. It's a lot of fun. If you can get it on sale. Like I said, don't go nowhere and pay full price for Division 2. It's too old for that. But if you can get it on sale, then absolutely. And thankfully, it's usually on sale. Yo, he went to simp for his creator. Look at that. Under no circumstances should I have survived an encounter like that where I'm running up against a couple of heroic elites, face tanking them for more than 2 seconds. That's the beauty of Heartbreaker. I just wish it worked against machines. I pick it up on PC if the specs aren't insane. This game, I'm not even going to lie, this game used to have a lot of performance issues. They dealt with a memory leak problem for quite a while. But as I understand it, they've gotten that worked out. Been playing it for the past couple days, haven't noticed that problem at all. And it used to be bad. Like, if you played the game for more than 2 hours, you would notice it starting to chug significantly. Go ahead and get the bounty when done. I started playing Destiny 2 on the PC this week, and I'm frustrated. My characters are in loot transferred, but not the DLC purchases. Mad face. That's cringe. But oh, you know what? That's true. Bungie doesn't accept the DLC. That's uber cringe. I'm sorry, Shiloh. See, that's how they get you. Like, hey, transfer to PC. It's a completely improved experience. The game is free to play. Yeah, but you got to spend $100 on all of their DLC if you want all of that to transfer. But I guess Steam's got to get their money, you know. So to play Div 1 or 2, play them both. But Div 2. I don't even know if people still play Div 1. I haven't been on that in ages. Bleeding. Stop it. Look at that. Even with the extra survivability. Normally I run this with way more red attributes for extra damage. what I'm running right now. But even without that, even with the perhaps overly focused caution on giving myself extra armor, still shreds. Still a top tier gear set. I feel the pain. Just came off Stadia and had to pay for all the DLC again. Oh no, that's the worst too. When they literally shut down your platform. Well, thankfully, what it might be worth doing, Shiloh, is it might be worth waiting a little bit if you are planning on buying the DLC again on PC. Because with Witch Queen, or not Witch Queen, but with Lightfall coming out, I'm a year behind, baby. But with Lightfall coming out, you're likely going to see one of their package sales going live like they usually do. You can get like the entire game for the purchase price of like one DLC. Got him. Yeah, as a matter of fact, that's probably what I'd do if I were to jump into a different platform. We got 2 Metal Gears. Screw these things. Going up. Yeah, planned on it. Hope that they have a story up till now bundle. And thankfully, that's one thing that Bungie usually does. Whenever they've got a new DLC coming out, they usually will sell like a package deal. They'll just start selling a complete edition bundle. So you pay $60 and you get basically everything. Look at the face tanking. It shouldn't be possible, Mr. Krabs. Whew. Got EMP'd. Good. Now, how's you guys' Monday going? How'd your weekends go? I hope it didn't fly by. Mine kind of did. But that's, you know, that's normal for me. I'll take my bonus armor. No. Now you stop that. No drones for you. Come on. Look your head up. Challenge me. Even the gold chests, I have to hunt them down again. Oh, yeah, because you don't have access to... Oh, my goodness. Well, wait a second. Do you, though? When you get, When you... Uh-oh. I wasn't expecting them all to pop up over there. Give me armor, thank you. But when you get access to those DLCs, shouldn't it basically update? I don't know. When I jumped from PlayStation to PC, you know, I did that back when I did that back in like Curse of Osiris. I don't remember how exactly it worked. Maybe you do. Thank you. Alright, who am I looking for? Sniper. Please don't shoot me, thank you. Serpentine. How realistic it works.
Great work, Agent. You took out another target.
That's not bad, but not the greatest attribute. Alright. That up a little bit.
I hear things have been tense between you and Trick. I wouldn't say tense. I just personally don't care for the man. me a triangle. That was weird, but I wouldn't call it offensive. He's just odd. It makes me uncomfortable. You seem to be uncomfortable a lot lately.
Dang.
I don't really understand.
Questioning a man's comfortability. Listen, sometimes a man can't get his comfortability up. Sometimes he has to take comfortability pills. And no one should blame him.
Why? Give the black tusk whatever.
I think Beyond Light below should be free period. Okay. Lightfall's about 80 on Green Man Gaming. Oof! And game prices are going up, and I don't like it. By the way, forgot to ask, how's the stream looking for everybody? Things staying nice and smooth for you? It's good. What'd you call me? Rude ass. Oh, you know what? I still haven't. When I finish this seasonal bounty thing, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to head to Countdown and start farming. I still haven't gotten that named holster that gives you an additional 15% weapon damage. When I saw that, I was like, wait. What? They just handed us a new best in slot? I can become a best in slut? This is why I love Heartbreaker. These are all red level enemies, which are basically like minors in Destiny. Minor level enemies. But even on Heroic, you're not supposed to be face tanking. With this gear set, you kinda can. So long as you're building up those armor stacks. Don't run. Coming down like, don't run. Thank you. Where's the chest? Weekend flew by. I have a work trip to Minnesota this week. Oh, well, if it's a work trip, are they paying for your lodging? If so, order room service. Make them pay. See what you can get away with those fringe benefits. I don't know why they were chasing me down, but I... There we are. Right into the control point. Oh, the red dragon. Okay, I know where we are. Yep, one of the loot cave. I know I got it. It was still there last night. Oh, no-y. Bungie never giveth. Bungie only taketh. Why was that German Shepherd beelining towards my codpiece? You better watch it, dog. I know it smells real good down there. But, I don't need snout hitting in with incredible impact. Look at how much bonus armor I have. By the way, the bonus armor you can get, it scales with what your natural armor is. I'm running a ton of natural armor. Like 1.7 million, which is absolutely overkill. Oh no! I got blown up! I wonder what blew up. Oh. They had one of the dogs shoot me with a grenade. Stinky. But yeah, basic armor builds. Like if you're running a tank, you can usually get away with 1.5 mil. That's pretty good. If you want to be absolutely insane, you can go up to 2. 1.7 though, on a build with damage as good as this is unbelievable. Is there LFG for Div 2? Yes. There is LFG for... There's matchmaking for everything in Division 2, except, I think, the Raid. And even that, I just don't... I don't think there is. There might actually be. I've never tried matchmaking for the Raid if there is matchmaking for it, but every other bit of content has matchmaking. Even some of the in-game stuff like Countdown. I mean, there's matchmaking for the story. The stuff I'm doing right now out in Patrol, there's matchmaking for. And they do something interesting. If you're a newer player, and you're just like out in the world, and you're having trouble... There's another one over there. It's stupid dog. You made me look bad. I was in the middle of explaining something. The one thing you gotta watch out for, the Metal Gears. They have armor piercing. Gotta take them down with the quickness, or else you'll turn their back, and then they skeet all over you. Don't feel good. It's not that good honey glaze. It's the nasty kind. It's the gunky kind. It's the kind from somebody who hasn't been eating pineapples. Only a few of y'all will get that. Excuse me, sir. I need armor. Thank you. No. No more of you. There we go.
System malfunctioning.
Sadly, no. We'll get recomp at the end. Ugh. That's the worst. That's when you got a cheap company. They don't comp your hotel bill up front. They give you the old wimpy. We will gladly pay you Thursday for your work trip today. And you gotta fight with them about it. Weapon handling, headshot damage. Wouldn't be bad for a marksman. Hold on. Excuse me, sir. By the way, for any of you Division 2 aficionados out there, we talked a little bit about it earlier in the stream, but today's the last day you can abuse the loot goblin. You know, to get those 3 named pieces of gear, the Slayer, that marksman rifle, and the chill out mask. Of those, I would absolutely recommend the chill out mask. It's a bit of Gila Guard gear that comes with 2 mod slots rather than the traditional 1. So it's like improvised gear, but you still get the benefit of having the Gila Guard brand. Would 100% recommend it. No, go away. Stop it. Stop it. This is a cover shooter, by the way, everybody. And I'm just not. Things are looking good over on Rumble and on YouTube. Excellent. We had some stream hiccups last week, so I did a little bit of private stream testing on Division, on this game, on Modern Warfare 2. Got some pretty consistent results. Oh, they've got a medic somewhere. Where is he? You. Stop it. Uh-uh.
Hostile broadcast.
Easy money.
Rogue agent detected.
Oh, we got rogues. All right, this will be an interesting test. And the rogues are being attacked by other NPCs. Get what you deserve, cock. For those who don't remember, in Division 1, when you go out to the Dark Zone, which is the PvP zone, you could basically go rogue and attack other players. Well, they added the concept of rogue rogue agents to the PvE side of the game. they can kind of randomly approach after you've completed specific activities. It's completely random. But when they pop up, they are usually pretty powerful. Like the only enemy in the game that really kind of dwarfs them in power is hunters. But the thing is, enemies have different factions in this game, so it's like not all enemies are the same. It's just like Destiny, you know, you have the Cabal, you have the Hive, and if they run into each other and don't like aggro against you, they'll just fight each other. That happens with rogue agents. So when they spawn up, if they happen to spawn at a time when there's a bunch of other enemies like Black Tusk or anything else around, like the Black Tusk will start attacking them, so you can just kind of sit back and let them fight. Aren't hunters kind of the same thing? Yeah, the difference between hunters and rogue agents is that hunters are way, way, way stronger. They're basically cheat codes. That's what makes Countdown so fun. At the very beginning of it, they throw you up against like 4 hunters. And then at the end of a Countdown, they throw you up against like 4 more. And 4 hunters can be rough to deal with if you don't have a build that's prepared for them. Alright, so 2 more control points and then we're good to go on this mission. Cover. I don't need no stinking cover. I have a tank gun. That's me, baby. That's me, baby girl. Feeling like Pumbaa when he got that dog in him in Lion King. They call me Mr. Pig. I remember hunters really pushing my stuff in Division 1. Yeah, and like in Division 1 and early Division 2, they were almost like an Easter egg sort of thing. Because they were super duper rare. They only popped up at very specific times and very specific places. As kind of like a, oh sheesh moment. And they were the same in this. Like, you had to go around the map and like, complete specific challenges to like spawn the hunters, and when you took them out, like they would drop their mask, so you could take their mask and add it to your collection. That was a really good idea. Oh, somebody's got armor piercing. Oh, he's on the Gatling gun. No wonder. Still got to watch out for that sort of thing. Oh no, not like this. Save me, Hive. Save me. Should have popped up my armor before I ran out there. There we go. Be good. Thank you, Restorer Hive. Where'd that guy go? There you are. You, sir. You will be my armor. That's what I meant when I said earlier that Heartbreaker is super good, but it's not invincible. Don't make the mistake of thinking it's invincible. Because you will die. You will die quickly. As long as you're paying attention. It can be pretty difficult for them to kill you. Shield's about to break. No, 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 not like that. Whew, whew. I think we'll be taking the scenic route back around there. See if we can go boot that guy off the Gatling gun. Or maybe by the time we get over there, the NPCs will have done it. The NP slaves will have done it. There we go. Now we can bum rush. No, 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 no. Look at my bar. I don't have any, like, normal armor. That's all just bonus armor. Because I haven't regened my normal armor yet. We are quite literally living on a prayer. Nope. Sniper, no sniping. I need a shield for this, since for whatever reason you don't actually build up bonus armor on some machines like that one. I don't know why. Thank you, sir. Stop it. Stop it. trying to dodge the armor piercing sniper shots from a Metal Gear. What else we got? Whew. Okay, I gotta get on this gun. Get ready for him. Spawns from there. Oh, I was looking at the wrong marker. My aim was washed, bro. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Alright, gotta go. Let's see if I can build up enough stacks off this dude. Get back to the Gatling gun. The bonus damage you get from having stacks built up actually does transfer to the other stuff you use for damage, because technically it counts for any damage you do. So you can technically build up stacks and then hop on a Gatling gun and get bonus damage on the Gatling gun. Alright, send the other one. Yo, 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 welcome to the channel. That's good enough. Alright, who else we got? God, I love it. I love it. I love it when a good build comes together. Oh, you know what? Another reason to jump back into the Division now. I'm assuming the update's going live tomorrow. But if you're somebody who maybe doesn't have a dedicated group to go run the raids, they're adding all but 2 of the raid exotics into the Dark Zone, which is really interesting. They figure that the raids have been out long enough. The game is, towards the end of its lifespan. And so they want everybody to be able to collect as many of the exclusive exotics as possible. And so what they're doing is they're adding some of those exotics to the Dark Zone. So if you want stuff like Eagle Bear or the Bighorn, which isn't technically a raid exotic, it's tied to a bunch of things. But you don't have like a dedicated group of 5 or 6 who can run you through the raid every week. You'll just be able to go into the Dark Zone and do generic farming in there. But like the trade-off is, of course, it's the Dark Zone. And that means you're going to have to fight with everybody else to extract it. Yo, the one and only Jarv. What's up, buddy? Long time no see. How have you been? Good morning and afternoon to you as well, my friend. Those who don't know Jarv, former member of Planet Destiny, gigantic Destiny content creator now, one of my favorite out there. Had the opportunity to interview him a time or two on the podcast. All around good dude. Someone you should absolutely be following, especially considering we're like less than a month away from Lightfall. He's going to be probably the #1 channel to follow to stay up to date on everything that's happening there. Because, your boy and Planet Destiny are retired. How's post-PD life treating you? Listen. I ain't even going to lie to you. It's great. not having to get up and worry about covering nonsense every single Thursday. Cheers to you for keeping it up. I haven't even read a TWAB since we closed down PD. I don't even think I've read a full TWAB, and it's amazing. It feels great. I'm loving it. Not that I didn't enjoy doing all of that. I absolutely did. But I will say, there's something nice about not having to have, and I know you'll understand this, Jarv, not having to have that additional pressure, especially on content release days, of thinking, okay, I've got to get up a couple hours before the content goes live, because they're probably going to put out an article with hotfix changes. I got to cover all of that. Then I got to be there when that content goes live. I got to live stream it for my audience, but I've also got to record a bunch of stuff because, of course, there's going to be new exotic videos, new quest videos, new activity videos. You got to make guides for all of that, and I've got to tune how much time I'm live on stream so that I give myself enough time to hop off and then go and edit all of that content, start putting out those guides. If there's like a quick and easy way to farm up new materials or something, you got to worry about getting that out with the quickness. It's nice to not have to worry about that. Like, what I'm looking forward to on the 28th, I think, is when Lightfall drops. I'm looking forward to just waking up at a normal time, hopping on right when the reset's going live, right when that content's going live, and just being able to live stream it. It's something that must sound so normal to every normal player out there. Like, what do you mean just get up and play? No, you don't just do that? It's something you'll only understand if you are a content creator. The kind of absolute grind that it is to keep that content going. Oftentimes, you don't even really have time to enjoy the games that you're playing. And so I'm very much looking forward to just being able to play it and enjoy it. And you're somebody, like, I'm glad you're here in chat, because you're somebody who absolutely understands what I'm talking about. It's not a nightmare, because it's a very privileged position to be a successful content creator. Oh no. No, not like this. I got too nostalgic. They sensed my weakness. But it's a very privileged position to be a content creator, and it's something that I absolutely loved. It's something I absolutely adore. So I was always thankful for it. I was always happy to do it. But it is nice to just be able to enjoy the games that you're playing. Alright. Man with the drones needs to stop. Where are you? Cut it out. Stop it. There she is. Whew. Thank you, easily accessible door. You dick! Metal Gear got me. That's alright, I can spawn up on the homies. It's pressure. It's a pressure oven on almost a daily basis. 24 hours a day is never enough. And that's it. And you got to be on it. If you want to be successful, you got to be on it 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Especially on YouTube. And that's... If there was one thing I disliked about content creation, it was that. If you aren't on it every single day with the exact type of content that YouTube thinks you should be putting out, you start to get suppressed. Like, you start to get just booted on down the chain. And it's how people get pigeonholed into specific content. Like, maybe if you're somebody who doesn't just want to play Destiny every day, maybe you want to also make Division content. Maybe you want to also make Apex content. Well, unfortunately, YouTube looks at that and says, no, you're a Destiny channel. You have to be making Destiny content every day that you release at the same time every day, or else we consider your channel to be dying. That's the one thing I don't miss. I don't miss that at all. Stop bullying me. I know I'm the big man with the blue Viagra shield pill, but come on. You don't need to... Listen. Every agent, at a certain time in their life, deals with performance issues. Get ahead of the game. Get Heartbreaker. Yo! My actual brother in life, Nim. What's up, J-Man? How you doing? Says, yo, Division? Haven't seen this one in a hot minute. Yeah, same. I started playing it again last Thursday, and it has arrested my attention. Like, it's the game that, like, I wake up and I'm like, you know what? I want to play Division today. Like, I was pointing this out to, the chat a little bit earlier. I started playing it last Thursday. And in the last few days, from Thursday to today, I have gotten to Season Pass rank 27 and basically completed the entirety of the seasonal story that's going on right now. And those usually take a while. Like the Season Pass ranks, you level up on Season Pass about as quickly as you do in Destiny. It takes roughly the same time. So in those few days, I've gotten almost 30 Season Pass ranks. That's how much I've been playing it in my free time. I'm digging it. They put in some new armor sets, some new brand sets, some new weapons. I had some new stuff to farm. And you know how much I like build crafting. I can't take a holiday because algorithm kind of vibe. Exactly! There are no days off. Like if, thankfully there are some little tricks you can kind of pull with YouTube. At least, when I was still going heavy in the paint for YouTube content every day. Back when I had a successful YouTube channel, I'd be like the old man who peaked, back in the day. He was the star linebacker because I'm a big dude. But back in my day, the only way you could get around with that was when they were like heavily promoting shorts and community posts. So like if you knew that you were gonna have a day when you couldn't make a video, make a short. Like put up a short and like a community post with a poll on it, and that would kind of stave off the fangs of the algorithm a little bit. I don't know if that still works. But yeah, there's no days off. They literally will not allow it. And it's so frustrating. It's why I'm even now actively looking for alternatives. And right now, Rumble. That's the one I've got my eyes on. It's a video platform that's been expanding pretty massively over the course of the last year. And you know what, Jarv? You're a gigantic YouTube channel, so this would be a great experiment for you. If you haven't, I'd absolutely recommend opening a Rumble channel. They're a big platform. They get a lot of views. A lot of people are jumping over to it, but they don't have many gaming channels. Like there's definitely a gaming need on it. And the thing about it is like you don't even really need to like start producing exclusive content for it. They have a YouTube sync function. So you can just sync up your YouTube channel and it'll start auto syncing all of your YouTube videos over to Rumble. I definitely recommend it. The rate that it's expanding, who knows? If it continues the way it is, it might actually. I know it seems like a pipe dream. It has been a pipe dream for 10 years, but we might actually have a decent alternative to YouTube. So you can build it up at the same time. They've even got live streaming over there, and because you've got a massive YouTube audience, you should be able to convert at least a decent amount of that over to Rumble, and then get some gains from there. Like I was talking about this story last week with a small YouTube channel that I watch for. It's a guy who does like classic game speedruns and whatnot. He opened up a Rumble channel and was just doing like a Sunday live stream of Super Mario 64. And he had about, his channel's small. It had like maybe 200 people following it. And so he went live, started doing Super Mario 64. And because he was the only person streaming games at the time, like all the people there who wanted to watch games just poured in. He had 65,000 people pop into that stream to watch it live. Like over the course of 20 minutes. Because there's just a ton of people on the platform. Everybody's trying to find some gaming content, but there's not a lot of people doing gaming content. That's a pretty good For all of you out there who are aspiring live streamers, I'd recommend that. And, you know, it's not like you have to give up streaming Twitch or YouTube or anything like that. You can dual stream. You can dual stream to Twitch, or trio stream, I guess, to Twitch, YouTube, and Rumble. Wouldn't hurt to start it out. At least have a backup option. Alright, I gotta get that dog out of here. He's got that dog in him. Yes, sir, I need some armor. Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah, Rumble's doing pretty well, especially since YouTube trying to F over the gun community. Yeah, that makes me sad, because I am a firearms aficionado. And I love firearms channels, especially. There's one that used to do, like, ancient firearms, so, like, they would cover muskets and how muskets worked and cannons and whatnot, and go to, like, firearms museums where they let you try out some of those things. You get to watch how long it took to reload a musket. It's like a 10-minute process. And unfortunately, that content gets booted off of YouTube, which makes me sad. Back in the olden days of YouTube, one of my favorite old school channels was FPS Russia, which was this dude out in Georgia who'd go out and just fire insane firearms out on this massive bit of land that he owned. And then, you know, the murder allegations. If it starts to compete with YouTube, that would be good. Yeah, and you know, competition breeds growth. I was really happy when YouTube really started focusing on live streaming, because I have argued forever, and this is something else for those of you, like for the two of you in my audience who don't already follow Jarv, what's wrong with you? Get some help. Go follow him. He live streams a lot here on YouTube, and he's somebody I believe who honestly, earnestly understands the promise that YouTube has as a streaming platform. And you guys who have been longtime followers of me know I have been evangelizing this for years. YouTube, if they really wanted to, could be the #1 streaming platform easy. They have everything they need to become the best streaming platform out there. It's just for too long, they weren't really putting enough of a focus on live streaming. That seems to have changed a bit. They're actually promoting live streams again and putting some, uh-oh, we got a Chungus. Alright, I'm gonna have to farm him up real quick. Thank you, sir. Uh-oh, stop it. Stop it. Don't blind me. Sorry, gotta focus. I was getting surrounded. It's one of the things I love about this game is the AI's not stupid. Like, they run straight up tactics, and the tactics change based on the faction that you're fighting. Like, if you're fighting the outcasts, who are just a bunch of crazy people, like, they'll just bum rush you. Like, with no regard for their own health. They even have kamikazes who will just run up to you and explode. But the people I'm fighting right now, this faction's called the Black Tusk. They're basically a hugely militarized unit, so they run straight up flanking strats on you. They will actively try to surround you, without shooting you, by the way, so that you don't notice them. And then once you've got your back to them, they start just unleashing ordnance on you. It's one of the things I absolutely love about The Division. Like, this game, there's so much to love about it. But yeah, man, YouTube, it's got such promise as a streaming platform. And I hope they continue to make strides. They've done real good stuff with channel memberships. By the way, check out the channel memberships. You get some exclusive options like exclusive live streams as well as emotes and whatnot. But before I think channel memberships for me start at 99 cents. But before you hop onto a channel membership for your boy, hop onto one for your boy's boy, Jarv. He streams way more often than I do, and that'd be money better spent. You know me. I'm gonna try to save your precious dollar. That's $1 better spent over on Jarv's channel than it is on mine. But yeah, I like the stuff that YouTube's doing with the channel memberships. They're finally making that worthwhile. They finally allowed you to add a merch shop to your streams. They're making good changes. Now if they would just get to work on that algorithm, we might have a play. Yo, Nim, how you doing, buddy? How's work treating you? Not awful, I hope. Because the answer's usually awful. Too bad it hates its creators. Sometimes it really does seem that way. You know, I don't want this to become an infinite complaint about YouTube stream, but it does feel that way sometimes. Nope, stop it. You stop that. Whew. Hey, pop your head up. I need some armor. Thank you. God, I love this build set. Just being able to stay in combat, because I'm an aggressive player anyway. Being able to build up that bonus armor just by staying in combat and landing your shots. Look at that. Look at all that beautiful blue. Uh-oh. Oh no. Impede. Thank you. I can't wait for Division 3. Or Heartland, or whatever it is they're going to call it. Yes, sir. Who loves work? We all want to be like you, TBL. I don't hate my job. I'd say I like my job. No, stop it. No armor-piercing explodey drones. I would say I like my job. Takes up a little bit too much of my time these days. But I enjoy my work. I actually legitimately asked myself the question, if I ever wanted to go back to being full-time on YouTube, and legitimately had a chance of being successful at it, because I don't know if I do. When you've got a channel that that was successful for a period of time, and we certainly were here on my personal channel for a while, and then you stop making content, like, YouTube kind of does something with your channel. They basically put it in a box and say, okay, this channel permadead, like just permadead. And it usually takes quite a bit of effort to get out of that sort of pigeonholing. But assuming we could, if I ever could go back to full-time content creation, I wonder what I would focus on. I probably wouldn't do the same thing that I did before, where I was making constant guide videos and that sort of thing. If anything, what I think I'd like to focus on is I'd like to probably focus on live streaming. Live streaming is just so much fun. It's so fun to just sit back and have a conversation with people while you're also playing a game that you love. And like, you all know, we talk about some real stuff here. we cover some real content like candy tier lists and which country has the best food. Oh yeah, I don't know what the word is for country-based food racism. But we get real into it here, and it's fun. I very much enjoy live streaming, and so that's probably what I'd do. And I'd keep my day job, which is what I'd recommend to absolutely anybody who wants to ever start live streaming. Keep your day job. I know it's rough. Believe me, I know. I did it. I worked a full-time job and produced content, not just for my channel, but for Planet Destiny and all that other stuff. Keep your day job, because it could go away at any moment. But yeah, if I had the opportunity, I probably would. I miss it. I like watching Brendan Herrera. That's one channel I actually do watch. Brendan Herrera, I mean, if you're somebody who likes firearms or any of that, or any stuff that likes... If you're somebody who likes to watch things explode, yeah, go check out Brendan Herrera. Good channel. Gotta say, mostly food. We talk a lot of food on here. Like last week, one of my favorite food topics we covered was the greatest shame of American cuisine. Now, those of you who were here last week, don't spoil the answer, because we're going to ask a question. To anybody who wasn't here last week, what do you think the greatest shame of American cuisine is? What is our greatest shame? sir. I need some armor. Thank you. Yeah, we're foodists here. We are definitely foodists. We believe in certain countries' food supremacy. Like chocolate in the UK is infinitely better than chocolate in the US. We failed that game. The mighty Empire won that battle. Excuse me. Need some armor, thank you. Oh no. Shred this thing. The McRib? You're almost there. You're actually really close to the answer. Oh no. This is actually not the right position to be in. We're gonna do it anyway. We're manly men. Challenge me. Challenge me. Oh no. I'm getting ego chowed. This is what I don't want. I don't want you behind me. Stop it. Especially not a sniper Metal Gear. This is what I mean when I say that this particular faction will straight up, just like that, they'll straight up try to box you in. They win because of less additives, preservatives, and pesticides. See, Sydney knows. He was here last week. He knows the answer to that. Dang, gotta start that all over. But that's because I ego chowed. My ego got too large. I tried to stop the entire group. I've seen a couple people who are absolutely on the right track. Sydney, of course, knows. The McRib comment, that's technically a part of it. It is the fact that everybody says American cuisine. Y'all have no culture. You didn't create any type of food. Yes, we did. We created the most efficient type of food. Fast food. And our greatest shame as a country, our greatest shame, America's greatest food-based L, is that we created fast food and we're the worst in the world at it. For any of y'all who've ever been abroad, you know what I'm talking about. Go to a McDonald's in Dubai. Go to a McDonald's in France. Go to a Burger King in Italy. Ooh, go to one in Germany. And taste the difference. Our fast food restaurants, our McDonald's, our Burger King, our Wendy's, shoot, our Taco Bell in other countries vastly styles on the US variants of it, and it makes me super butthurt. It is the thing I am most angry about every day. I wake up in a rage every day knowing that you can go to France and get a McLobster. But you can't here. And the burgers there are made with real beef. The fried chicken there is made with real, it's fried in real fat and oil, not this seed oil nonsense we get here in the US. We're getting robbed. We're getting robbed. Like if I were ever to become America's greatest dictator, and believe me, if you put me in power, I would become a dictator. Immediately. I would immediately abuse my power to, well, I guess I can't say that on stream. I would immediately abuse my power to take over the FDA, outlaw all seed oils and preservatives, and force all of these companies to either go bankrupt or start producing real food. Isn't our menu way bigger though? Depends on the country. Some places like, you know, McDonald's in France has like a bigger, more varied menu than McDonald's here. And I was looking at, it's actually funny we're talking about this. I was watching a video yesterday that was comparing Taco Bell in different countries. And like some of the stuff they have in like other Taco Bells makes me question things. Like they have fresh shrimp tacos. It's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like the KFC in I can't remember where this one was. It might have been in like Dubai or in Istanbul. The KFC, they make like a spicy fried chicken wrap where they basically take a fried boneless chicken thigh and it's like it's fried in a spicy buffalo kind of batter and then put in a wrap with like this avocado ranch or mixture, a bunch of cheese, and it's like, what? Come on. How you gonna give my Turkish bros that, but not me? Come on, man. That's not fair. It is America's greatest shame. Oh, no. You think our politics are our greatest shame? Come on. No. Our greatest shame is the fact that we created fast food and everybody else does it better. And it's not the only thing that other countries do better. And you guys know, I'm an American food kind of guy. If I could wake up every day and eat brisket and ribeyes, I would. But there are some things that other countries, I know it's blasphemy to say, there are some things that other countries do a little bit better. I think one of those things is candy. At least chocolate. Other types of candy, you know, we got the good stuff like Skittles and Starburst and all that. Mars makes some good stuff. But, stop it. Back here shredding my armor like you're a big man. So cut it out. But chocolate. Man, chocolate from the UK is just another thing entirely. A British buddy of mine sent me some once. And it wasn't confiscated by Customs and Border. I don't know how he managed to do it. But it wasn't confiscated. And I got it. And I was like, took a bite out that thing. Turned over, looked at the Kit Kat in my other hand like, what even are you? What is this? Because it ain't chocolate, baby. Aw. Food just tastes better in other countries. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that certain things that you know, U.S. companies lobby for are just straight up illegal in other countries. Like the fake sugar and corn syrup based nonsense that we fill ourselves with here. It's just like straight up illegal. I think in parts of the UK or Europe. Makes me wonder, should it be illegal here? Maybe. I gotta get that sniper down. They're tripping me. Whew. I'm coming for you, baby. Like a shark. Dun it. Dun it. Dun it, 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 dun it. The other way. Don't run now. He was sniping that good game a second ago. I once upon a time considered opening up a P.O. box exclusively for my European bros to send me stuff. Send me food. Like whatever food will survive the trip, send it to me. Gotta get rid of that lunchbox. Oh, is that an exploder? It is. Oh, I might die. Yep. Got stripped. That's the danger. Gotta watch your butt. I'll argue that German chocolate tastes very good and very rich. I've never had German chocolate. I would love it, though. Like, if I ever go to Europe, that's going to be what I do. I'm going to go on a straight-up tour, because, you know, Europe is interesting. You can basically just drive around for an hour and be in 3 different countries. But I'm going to go to Germany, buy a bunch of chocolate there. I'm going to go to England, buy a bunch of chocolate there. I'm going to go to France, say a bunch of slurs, and then buy a bunch of chocolate there. I'm what's called a homebody. Like, I like to stay home, including my home country, but I would go to Europe just to food tour. Alright, I'm gonna be a little less gung-ho this time. Or maybe not, just immediately get shredded. Whew. Gotta remind him, you're on heroic. You're on the highest difficulty. Go ahead and blow up. Got one red over there. Oh, I've also got Fog of War on, don't I? No wonder I'm not noticing these hits behind me. Let's turn that off. I'll go to Japan just to get in a giant mech. They have those now, by the way. Red dye 40 is illegal? Yeah. Sydney says our food for the most part is poisonous. It absolutely is, and that's crazy to me. I don't even know why I have this on. Here, now I'll at least be able to see where people are. But yeah, it's crazy to me that a lot of that stuff's just straight up illegal in other countries. And like we shove it into everything here. Like that meal you just got from Wendy's, it is filled to the brim with preservatives and all kinds of illegal stuff. And the reason it is legal is because the companies that make it are the biggest lobbyists in history. It's a shame. When you can't legally sell raw milk and have to label it for animal consumption only, you know there's a problem. Dude, there's actually a lawsuit going on about that right now. There's an Amish dude. I heard about this a while back, who basically the FDA tried to like sue and have arrested because he was just producing raw food on his farm, like, beef and milk and all that kind of stuff, eggs, and selling it to his Amish community. Like, they tried to put the dude in jail. It's like, are you kidding me? That's when you know something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. They're taking the dude who's producing raw, real food, and they're jailing the homie. Oh no! I am gonna have to play this way more carefully. Oh, they got a heavy this time, that's why. That's the other thing you gotta watch out for. Sometimes these missions randomly change enemies. This time they spawned a heavy in there. I wasn't prepared for that. Because he wasn't using genetically modified seeds from Monsanto. Isn't that insane? Like, you can get sued and taken down by the federal government because you weren't using seeds from a specific company. Seeds, by the way, that are designed to die out after a season, so you can't keep using. Like, you can't just plant things once and then subsist off of future generation seeds. Like, it's insane. That's absolutely insane. I know people like to make the joke about late-stage capitalism, but that's something different. That's cronyism on an insane degree. And I think the FDA's argument is that, oh, it might not be healthy to eat. Like what? Raw, natural materials might not be healthy? Like actual real food? Bruh? Yeah, they changed the enemy composition for this one. We're gonna have to play a little bit more carefully. He says as he jumps off into the grenades. Yeah, that's insane to me. It's absolutely insane. It's something that needs to be addressed, and I don't know. I guess the only way it would be is if we had like a functioning Congress. That ain't happening. Alright, there we go. One grenade spammer down. Oh, we gotta get engineer down. Hiding over here behind me. Stop it. Cost me 2 runs. That's what I was talking about. When you're fighting Black Tusk, it's actually really kind of impressive, the tactics that they'll run. They threw the heavy right in front of me. The Metal Gear ran to the side and started grenade spamming me. And those two dudes went behind me and started hitting me through the fence. It's good. It's frustrating tactics, but it's impressive. It's like when you're fighting a particularly annoying fallen captain, and all they do is run the moment you aim at them. Over here. Get out of here. I don't want this guy following me into the mission. Hey. There we go. And if your neighboring farm happens to get cross-pollinated with Monsanto seeds, they take your farm. Yeah, it's asset forfeiture. They just take it. Like, oh, well, you got some of our seeds, so we lay claim to your entire farm. Like, I don't get black-pilled on very many things. I'm a pretty positive guy. But, oh god, overload captains are the absolute worst. Well, I will still lobby for the removal of overloads entirely. They should not exist. But, man, like, I don't get black-pilled about a lot of things. But that sort of thing. The FDA being in the pocket of companies like Monsanto, Bayer, shoot, Pfizer, Moderna, all those companies. Makes you wonder how we could ever get out of that, since people who are supposed to be preventing that kind of, you know, their entire re-election bid is paid for by those companies. Oh, come on. Got drone exploded. Thank you. The one who's trying to flank me. I knew what you were trying to do. There we go. God, I hate those drones. Pop your head out. Money. There we go. Sometimes you just have to change your playstyle. It's not bad, but great. Now I gotta figure out how I'm gonna handle this room. Probably just take it low and slow. Like a brisket, baby. Burn. Rushes out of the way. Medics down. Popping around now. Oh, they put a heavy in here too! And they've got a drone. Get eyes on the drone. Where is she? There she is. Time this right. Got him. Alright. Now that the explodey drones are done, pick the rest of them off. Yeah, I was getting a little too gung-ho before. Good build's only part of the battle. You still gotta play smart. In this particular mission, the difficulty scaling it's at, to give a Destiny equivalent, is kind of like a Master Nightfall. They do have like a difficulty tier akin to Grandmaster called Legendary, but it's only available on specific missions. This particular one's basically like me soloing a Master Nightfall. Use the Monarch and you'll never have another problem with an overload ever again. That's true, but my strategy for that is just never play content with overloads. Just leave. Or stasis. Thankfully, there are enough stasis builds out there that you can basically shut down any champion. Permanently. What are you doing? Stop it. Bonus health. Now I could probably reach them. There we go. Now we've got our bonuses. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. Got a Metal Gear. What else? Drone Girl. Shut that down right now. Sniper. Okay. Armor broke and done. Serpentine, serpentine! Alright, more wave. Crusher down. See, there you go. Every now and again, you gotta remember to play this game the way it's meant to be played, as a cover shooter. Stasis is getting a buff against all champions that cause them to stun. Yeah! Because right now it's a little bit annoying with Stasis. What happens with it is you can freeze champions, but you'll oftentimes lose the damage bonus you get for stunning them. And that's frustrating. I used to annoy Jonathan with that, because we'd be rolling through Master Nightfalls and whatnot, and he'd be stunning champions, and then I'd be keeping them frozen forever. But it would interfere with the bonus damage, so it would make him take longer to kill it. You know, we do a mild amount of trolling. But yeah, Stasis Warlock, Shadebinder just shuts everything down. I love Stasis Warlock builds. Whether you're using Cold Snap or just relying upon Leak Watchers, you can just shut entire rooms down permanently. That's exactly why, because you break shields. Thank you. Stop it. Nope, there will be no flanking of me today. Stop it. Disallowed. Alright, gets rid of the explosions. Whew. Ozzy with double turrets and 3 times firepower. You basically never run out. You just throw a grenade, instantly get a grenade back. That medic out of there. Stop healing people. Oh no. Yeah, if you're ever playing this game, don't let that hit you. Especially not on heroic. Alright. Almost done with this mission. Just have to survive the upstairs room. This time I won't let my ego get in the way, I promise. I won't ego challenge the spawn door like I'm invulnerable. Oh, no, 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 not like this. Not like this. We'll go ahead and get rid of this thing. You flanking. Stop it. Alright, about to get EMP'd. You. One behind me. Oh, thank you for coming to me. Makes that easy. Spend too much time in here because I don't want to get caught. Sniper. And drone girl. Shut that down. Oh, there's the boss. Was that him making that bird noise? It was. That's why they call him Chirpy. That's silly. Okay. Gotta figure out how I want to play this. If I want to keep it the front of the room. You know what? We will, because too easy to get flanked up there. Instead, we're going to come over here, farm up some bonus armor from your boy, then use that to start breaking down the metal gears and surviving the turrets. Pop your head up. Do it. Sight line on him. Got him. Alright, that's one down. Now don't run now. Came up to the door. I'm gonna have to keep dealing with that though. That's fine. I got the ammo box here. We're good. Hey. 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 I know you hear me. Oh no! Wasn't expecting that. Me with an EMP charge. His little cowboy boot. Alright, so this will work. I can keep funneling them. Only thing I'm worried about, beyond the drones, the medic in the room. Stop it. That medic can just run around and res everybody I'm taking out. Keep an eye on that. Uh-oh. No, not like this!
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated.
God, I hate the shock charge. Thankfully, res was up. Gotta get out before they do it to me again. It's alright, you want to play the spam game? We can do it. Kinda wish I had some Ozziomancy right now. It's him. He's the one with the shock bullets. So once I get that red health down, recenter.
Serious trauma detected.
Firepower is most likely getting a nerf. Was it on the list of things they said they were going to change? You know what? Okay, well, if you want to come on in. Thanks for making it easy. Oh, and it's the medic, too. Thank you, game. The other grenade spammer. That's the boss doing that, so I'm not going to be able to stop that until I get rid of all his cronies. Oh, right, charge with light. Yeah, you're right. I hadn't even thought about it. Oh, that's so annoying. That's the boss giving him shock bullets. I might have to cheat. We'll see. If they continue to cheat, I'm going to swap something once my hive comes off of cooldown. We'll cheat too. Takes care of her. Thank you, shield. Strong enough to stop even fire. Yep. Right, so it's the boss. Get her last simp up here. There we go. They just had to play the long con. Sniper too, so I'll watch out for that. Technically, without her squad there, I could get up close and personal now. Be able to shred her before she snipes me to death. Nope. You dick. There we go. Whew. Had to play that a little safer than I usually do. But that'll do.
A very competent sniper. Too competent. Thank you for eliminating that threat.
One more threat down. I bet everything we know and use now will have to be redone. Oh, absolutely. That you can make that inference just based on the fact that they're getting rid of elemental requirements for mods. Like, just that is gonna cause me to remake all of my builds. Alright, mission complete. The 4 of them are dead. I can go after their boss. I might do that a little bit later. It is. Woo! 2:30. You know what that means. It's lunchtime for your boy. Let's take a look. I was a little bit worried about how Division would hold up because it's a bit more of a, I guess you'd say, a resource-intensive game. Like I said earlier, it used to have issues with memory leaks. I think they patched that out last summer, though. Finally figured out what was causing it. It used to be, it used to be wild, just like Destiny used to have. Where like the longer you play the game, the more unstable it would become. Like especially if you went longer than 3 hours. Seems like it's gotten a lot better. And I'm actually really impressed. Taking a look at the live stream statistics, we have only missed, out of a total of 421,000 frames, we've missed 16. 16 frames. Pretty darn good. And we're dual streaming, not using a service like Restream or anything like that. But instead, I'm using basically a new multiple output RTMP plugin straight out of OBS. I'm not even using Restream. I'm dual streaming to 2 different platforms just off of my computer. We still haven't lost really any frames, less than 1% frame loss. That's what I like to hear. And at least according to you guys, doesn't look too bad either. Maybe next time I'll swap up some settings, see if I can do it at a higher quality. Bump up the bitrate a little bit. GG.
Get to the helo. We need to get you to Fairview.
But alright everybody, that is going to be it for today's live stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Did a little something different today. Normally we usually stream Destiny on here. But like I said earlier, I have been playing a lot of Tom Clancy's The Division 2. It's a lot of fun. I love this game and have loved this game ever since it came out. And I figured I'd play a little bit of what I want to play today. See if you guys like it. You all used to be real jazzed up on the Division streams. And you certainly like the Division videos. Maybe I'll get back into making some build videos for that. Show you guys some of the stuff that I'm expanding on and experimenting with. If, as a matter of fact, I said I was going to cheat if I had any more trouble with that mission. By cheat, I meant this. My AC poison build. What it is, it's basically a whole bunch of crafted gear, which in this game doesn't get the brand set bonuses, but gets an additional mod slot like that new mask I was telling everybody to farm out here, chill out. And so what you can do is you can basically make it so that you can equip mods on every bit of gear that you've got equipped. Normally you can only equip mods on your mask, your chest piece, and your backpack. But when you've got crafted gear comes with a mod slot to kind of make up for it not having brand set bonuses. Like, you see your 10% shotgun damage, 5% total armor. You don't get that stuff on crafted gear. But because you've got that extra mod slot, you can shove in a nice little mod known as Protection from Elites. Elites are classified as any enemy with yellow health or above. So basically every boss, most of the enemies we just faced on that mission, this gives you a direct scaling damage reduction for those enemies. Which if you've got maxed out Protection from Elite mods, which can be kind of tough to get, but you play long enough, they'll eventually drop, will result in you getting like 78 to 80% damage reduction from all Elite level enemies. Meaning, yeah, I've got 80% protection from Elite. I could go stand in front of a Hunter, and they'd barely do any damage to me. Like, I could go stand in front of a Heavy, and he could just sit there and light me up, and it'll barely do any kind of damage. This kind of build is an absolute cheat code. The only way to do it is with crafted gear. So you kind of have to go over to the crafting station and basically head down to, I think it's called improvised gear. Yep, right here. Make improvised gear. Now, this costs a lot of resources, specifically because usually your crafted gear, I'll just show you, it doesn't have great stats. So it takes a long time for you to randomly get one with good stats. It's actually kind of passable. But for you to get really high attributes on it, it usually takes a long time. But if you've got the stats for it, if you've got all the resources built up, if you've been playing the game for a long time and you've never done the protection from elites build, yeah, go craft up a bunch of gear, throw it on with a few pieces. Like I like to mix it with the Zero F's chest piece from Badger Tough, because it gives you perfectly unbreakable. This is already a super high armor build. I got 1.7 million armor. And when you mix it with all this stuff, enemies basically can't shred your armor. The only thing that can is purple health and red health enemies, because those are technically not elites, so you don't get the damage reduction benefit from them. But those guys have less health anyway, so you can usually shred their health pretty quickly with something like the Scorpio here. But it's almost impossible for elite level enemies to kill you. It's great. This is a really phenomenal cheap way to play the game if you don't want to run around with gear sets and all that kind of stuff. And especially if you're having trouble in content like Countdown with the hunters, or in the summit activity with hunters and rogue agents popping up all the time. This makes it worthwhile. You can just run in there and ignore most of the damage that they're doing. But anyway, that's what I love about Division. Every day, a new gear set. Every day, a new brand set. Every day, a new build. It's always a ton of fun to play. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love your faces. We will see you tomorrow for Reset Day in Destiny 2. To all the new follows, all the new subs. To my homie Jarv, it was great to see you today, brother. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day and keep up the grind. Of all of my content creator friends, you're probably the one I'm most proud of. Well, maybe you and Fallout. But take it easy, everybody. As always, I am the Black Link. Guardians, stay frosty. We'll see you in the next one.